A wrestler was set on fire in a botched deathmatch spot this weekend. Plus, WWE in talks with Top Impact, New Japan, and independent stars. And a returning AEW star is getting a major title match this week. It's all in the wrestling news right now. XPW presented California over the weekend, and you've probably seen the video doing the rounds already of a spot during the deathmatch tournament that went very, very wrong.
Yes, the XPW champion, Masada, performed a spot where basically he was trying to spit the alcohol to create a fireball and basically he's got the burning stick and he's going to spit the alcohol past the burning stick to create a fireball effect. That was the intention.
And he achieved it.
Well, he certainly did.
But with a slight issue following it, it backfired, which led to part of the ring apron, as well as Masada's own face own face and upper body catching fire. Masada was able to move away from the fans, pat himself down. An XPW official shortly afterwards turned up with fire extinguishers to prevent further harm.
Yeah.
But it was it was a sticky moment for Masada.
Yes, quite terrifying scenes there at XPW,
and also for the front row.
Yeah.
Because there's a particular shot that you see where the flames are going everywhere, and there's a point where I think, is somebody in the front row going to catch fire? Because everybody's sort of leaning in.
Yeah, and also at a wrestling show, sometimes even when something is very, very clearly, something has very clearly gone wrong, because it's a wrestling show, you're always a half beat slower to just think, was that part of the show? I don't know if maybe you were that close to it, you'd realize immediately that something had gone wrong, or you think, is he doing that on purpose? It was a very scary scene.
I'd be surprised if Masada had planned to set his own face on fire.
Yes, of course. Yeah.
But, we're waiting on an update for more of Masada. He went on, the match finished, he wasn't rushed away, the match was completed from there. This is another time that XPW have found themselves in being shared around on socials for something particularly grim. It wasn't that long ago in a match that featured Big Effin' Joe from the UK. I can't remember if it was him that was the recipient or not, where somebody got, now brace yourself, this is going to make you scream. He put a needle in his old...
oh, yes. Yep.
In his...
Yeah. So that's what you expect now, maybe when you tune into XPW, just extreme action. And in one way or another, they delivered, I suppose. I think, given the nature of deathmatch promotions and everything, they might not be particularly sad about this publicity, as negative as it could be.
No, it's true.
Maybe.
I don't know why I brought up the little needle thing in the...
Oh, why would you bring it up again? You've done it twice.
So we talk
on
about
a Monday.
Let's talk about WWE instead. It's far safer. Now, there's been a lot of conversation about a hiring freeze that has taken place in WWE, and whilst the merger is taking place and whilst that's all going through, Triple H is not allowed to buy any new toys when they go into town. However, Fightful Select say it doesn't stop them window shopping.
No, they've said it was reiterated to them, to Fightful, that, from WWE higher-ups, that there has been an effective hiring freeze in place since the beginning of the year, whether or not that official term, hiring freeze, has been used. In fact, Fightful have learned that Nick Aldis was told that WWE had maintained interest in him, but with the corporate moves, there weren't main roster hires being made. But Nick Aldis, of course, has recently signed a deal with Impact Wrestling and looks to be moving into a feud with the new Impact Wrestling, or the relatively new, Impact Wrestling champion.
He's still new.
Stevie Macklin.
He's still got the new car smell as Steve Macklin as well, champion. Fightful Select also say we've been told that a WWE higher-up told some within the industry they are still talking to talent and hope to be hiring again sooner rather than later. So some of those names that they've been speaking to include EJ Nduka, who was an NXT star. We didn't see a lot of EJ Nduka. We could have possibly seen more before they were let go during the pandemic. And big set lad, did some good stuff in MLW. I think they're keen to get him back on the book, so he's been in conversations. Along with him, Switchblade Jay White has been spoken to.
Right. You'd think that they would have thought, well, he's gone now, I suppose. But,
but that was it. So I would imagine that since then, the conversations have slowed down. And I kind of get why maybe... Another reason why I think Jay made the move to go AEW rather than WWE. One that I feel maybe he is a better fit there.
Right.
We'll all have opinions on sort of how his first couple of weeks of bookings have been. But also, if there's a hiring freeze on, they're just saying, just hold it out, wait it out, we'll hopefully be able to hire you soon. how long's a piece of string?
Right,
It might be a case of going, well, I've been offered something here and now, and I want to take that now.
Fair enough.
Which is absolutely fair enough. Other names they've been interested in bringing in, there's been conversations with Hikuleo, Tama Tonga, and bringing Naomi back into the fold as well.
Wow.
But again, all of these, whilst they've been spoken to, haven't been made any offers because there is very much what is tantamount to a hiring freeze in place.
Right.
Until the merger, I believe, is completed.
Fair enough. And speaking of Naomi, or Trinity Fatu, she was recently seen in training videos on social media alongside former WWE superstar Samurai Del Sol, or Kalisto. Lucha. I like Kalisto, you know?
He makes good lucha things.
He certainly does, and I felt bad for him when that happened. But also, yes, there were Instagram videos uploaded which showed both of them training in the ring together.
They look good.
Yes, fair play.
There's some good stuff in there. It was actually a really busy few days for Trinity Fatu. It all comes off the back of New Japan saying that we're not looking to hire Trinity Fatu at this time, despite the success of her former Women's Tag Team Championship partner Mercedes Moné. Trinity's not factored into plans for New Japan soon. She was this weekend at a GCW show. Fightful Select say that she was backstage at Scene of the Crime. Now, we don't know whether she was visiting friends or whether this was more of a business type meeting that would see her entering the company.
It did take place in Orlando, and if you remember from WrestleMania 33, when she won the belt there, that's because she was the hometown gal.
That's her
so maybe
house.
she was just in the neighborhood.
Popping to watch some wrestling, possibly. Maybe, very likely. But certainly with that, plus some training videos with Samurai Del Sol, and as we've discovered from Fightful, at least conversations about a WWE return, right. I reckon it won't be long till we see some movement on Naomi's point.
Yes, I hope so as well, because as great as it has been to see Mercedes Moné doing her thing and basically living out her wrestling dreams, it would be nice to see Trinity back in the fold as well, wherever she decides to go.
Before this wrestling news video heads into the rear view, let's talk about an AEW star making a comeback this week.
You will be stone cold stunned to realise for doing finishing moves. It's not relevant in the slightest though, because we're talking about Bandido.
Hey!
If you want to get very serious about this and talk about that rolling German suplex he does.
The Bandido German suplex, as it's called.
Is it?
Bandidoplex.
Oh,
probably. Hashtag Bandidoplex.
Will we be seeing that move and many others that he does in action yet again very soon? Because Dave Meltzer revealed that his visa issues have thankfully been resolved and he will soon be returning to AEW. In fact, soon after Meltzer revealed this, Tony Khan then officially announced that Bandido will make his comeback on this week's AEW Dynamite.
The 20th title defense of Orange Cassidy's AEW International Championship will be against the returning Bandido.
I could see him possibly. I think this with every challenger to Orange Cassidy's title reign, but I feel like Bandido could beat him for it.
He seems like the guy most likely to beat Bandido, to beat Orange Cassidy. I think quite a few of Orange Cassidy's defenses have been on Rampage, which has always made me think, the title doesn't change on the Rampage. But it's on Dynamite tonight, which makes me think it's quite likely to.
We could possibly see it happen. You could see Bandido take it to Mexico and wrestling promotions there and do the good lucha things.
Yeah. Bring Bandido back with a bang.
I think so.
At the expense of Orange Cassidy,
When's
sadly.
this new, because obviously I've been away for a little bit, when's this new collision starting?
We still don't know.
Oh God, it's so much.
In fact,
wrestling.
if we have to mention the guy who's going to be the lead star in it, we have to put 20p in that jar over there.
I didn't know about this.
It's the new jar for him now. Every time we mention him, we got to put 20p in the jar.
It's bothering time.
On the plus side, we're opening a new building next week. And we're giving money to charity. Because there's the CM Punk appeal. No, speaking of, justgiving.com.
Oh, yes,
Your thing is still open. So Jack's been away. Tell people, in case they missed it, tell them why you were away.
I did a big walk for charity from the west coast of England to the east coast. I finished it and then last week and then took the rest of the week off just to recover. I had some days.
It's like 2 weeks of walking.
A week and a half, maybe. No, actually, you know what? I finished it on day 12 or 13. So yeah, it was nearly 2 weeks. Then recovered a little bit. I'm back now and the Just Giving page is still open. The link is kind of too convoluted to just say off the top of my head because it's all numbers and stuff. But there is a link to it in my pinned tweet at Jack the Jobber on Twitter.
Massive thank you if you supported Jack the Jobber, raising money for the National Autistic Society. You can find details and send a pinned tweet at Jack the Jobber on Twitter. And we'll have more wrestling news throughout the day at cultaholic.com. Stay safe. Love you. Bye.